name is Alan Lutwin. I'm the Executive Director of Westchester Collaborative Theater. And on behalf of WCT, I'd like to welcome you to today's inaugural performance of the Hudson Valley New Voices Festival. Today's performance, GenZ Outloud, will feature the work of talented emerging new playwrights from up and down the Hudson Valley. And in weeks to come, we'll be presenting a reading called Vintage Voices, which will showcase the works of seniors in our community and voices of color written and produced by the BIPOC community. We hope you'll come back and see these other shows as well. We thank you so much for your ongoing support of WCT. We're so glad you could be here today, and please enjoy the show.
Hi, I'm Nate Flower. I'm the director of GenZ Outloud, the first installment of WCT's Hudson Valley New Voices Festival. These are some amazing plays that you're about to see, written by 14 incredible playwrights from across the Hudson Valley region. And these plays are performed by 23 actors from across the country. And I mean across the country. We have actors from Puerto Rico, Kansas, Connecticut, and all across New York. This is live theater that you're about to see. And as much as we all are craving that return to live theater where we're in a shared space, this broadcast is live. I'm not live right now. This is a recording. But what you're about to see, these performances are happening right as they reach you on your screen. And that's pretty exciting. It's a dynamic environment. It means that just like live performance spaces, anything can happen. So stay tuned. And whether you're curled up on the couch or maybe even already curled up in bed, that's another really nice benefit of Zoom broadcast theater, right? I hope you enjoy GenZ Outloud.
The Boogie Border by Taina Carrion-Perez. Scene 1. Luquillo, Puerto Rico. The stage is dark. All that can be heard is a telephone ringing. Waves crash in the background.
Hola, mi amor, ¿cómo estás?
When are you coming home, Papi? I miss you.
I miss you too, bebé. How's your sister?
When are you coming home?
We talked about this already. I can't leave because of my job, remember? Tu mamá sabe esto? Your mother knows you're all coming to New York.
I don't want to move to New York. We're not going to have time to boogie board. You said you'd take me on the bigger waves.
Mamá no te puede llevar? She can't take you?
No, she says she's busy all the time.
We'll be soon together, bebé.
I just want to stay on the beach with you, Mommy, and Sierra. Please, can we stay?
No, bebé, we can't.
Please.
I'm sorry, Najeli, no.
Scene 2. It is a bright and sunny day in Luquillo Beach. Natalie attaches her boogie board strap to her wrist, while Sierra unfolds her beach chair in the center of the stage. Natalie carelessly drops the beach bag next to her sister. Natalie runs downstage towards the water, but she stops.
Mommy said I can go in the water. Mommy said I could ride the bigger waves if you went in the water with me.
Sierra puts on a pair of sunglasses and takes out a magazine from the beach bag.
I'm not getting in the water.
Why not?
I don't want to.
You never want to do what I want to do.
Because I'm not a little kid. I'm on my period. I can't go in anyways.
Natalie dramatically plops herself down next to her sister. Sierra goes back to reading her magazine. Sierra digs through the beach bag, pulling out a $5 bill.
Go get an icy or something.
Natalie snatches the dollar immediately.
Thank you.
She starts to jog upstage towards the sidewalk with the boogie board still attached to her wrist, dragging behind her.
You don't have to bring the board. Oh, well.
Sierra turns her attention back to her magazine.
Get me one too.
Scene 3. Upstage right is an older man at the icy cart. Nellie walks up to him.
Buenas tardes. What can I get for you?
One cherry and one parcha.
Johnny grabs 2 small cups and begins to fill them up. Nellie has her boogie board clutched to her side. Johnny notices.
You see that parking lot right there? There used to be an elementary school right there many years ago. And when I was your age, I used to sneak out of my class so I could ride my boogie board all day.
Johnny points to a storefront upstage left that reads William's Pizza Shop.
Don William used to let me hide my board behind the counter so I wasn't bringing it back and forth between home and school. Esos fueron los días más buenos.
Really? Mommy will whoop my butt if I ever did that. Were you good at boogie boarding?
Oh yeah. I used to swim out so far and ride all the big waves. I could start from right here and somehow end up all the way por allá.
Lucky. Mommy never lets me go too far, and Sierra never wants to come in the water with me. I can only ride the baby waves.
Oh, well, I'm sure she just wants you to be safe.
But now Papi wants us to move to New York, and I asked him, and he said there's no beaches in Harlem, only a dirty river.
Oh, it can't be that bad. You'll find other things to do.
No, you don't get it. On the waves, I feel like I'm flying. I want to be the best boogie boarder in the world.
Well, you'll be a great one if you have the right teacher.
Could you teach me?
Oh, I don't know if I could. I'm too old now.
Please, just one lesson before I go. I know Mommy would say yes if I asked her.
We'll see.
Yes, I'll see you tomorrow for my first lesson.
Nellie grabs the 2 ices from Johnny, and she hands him the $1 bill, but he declines it.
Don't worry about it. On me. Ask William about Joni.
Thank you.
Nellie walks back over to Sierra. Scene 4. Sierra is tanning and listening to her music in her headphones. She sits up to grab her icy.
It's about time. Was there a long line at the pizza shop?
No, I went to the icy cart.
You didn't go to the pizza shop for these?
No, the icy cart.
What AC cart, Nayeli? There's no one over there.
He was right there. So, guess what? The guy told me he'd teach me to ride my boogie board on the big waves. I have to ask Mommy first, though.
What? A stranger told you he would go swimming with you?
No!
Did you get his name?
No.
Nayeli, what's his name?
He's not bad. You just want me to get in trouble.
You don't know he's not a bad man.
Yes, I do. He told me to ask William about him.
Then let's go ask William.
Sierra gets up from her chair and grabs Nellie's hand. They stomp over to William's Pizza Shop with the icy still in their hands. Nellie's boogie board is still attached to her wrist. Scene 5. An older man about the same age as Johnny is at the register of William's Pizza Shop. Sierra storms up to him with Nayeli dragging behind her.
Hey, girls, what can I get for you?
Did Nayeli come in here a couple of minutes ago for ices?
I already told you I didn't.
No, she didn't. But your mama just called in an order for pickup, though. She should be here in a few minutes. What can I get for you?
Ooh, can I get a slushie?
No, there's stuff at home. And don't change the subject. Tell him what you told me.
The icy man told me you used to let him hide his boogie board behind the counter so he could practice during school when he was a kid.
The icy man. Wait, dijo qué?
Johnny, do you remember him?
Johnny? He was one of the best boogie boarders I'd ever seen. And I wasn't the one letting him keep his board here during school as a kid. Era mi papá, Don William. Sometimes I'd go with him, though. Wait, your mama hasn't told you about him yet?
Mommy knows him?
Claro que sí. He's family. He tried to teach her how to ride when she was younger, but she was awful at it. And boogie boarding is something that's hard to be bad at. Nigeli, I think you're going to be an excellent boogie boarder one day, just like he was.
See, I told you he was real.
I didn't see him though.
Ugh, you're no fun. You just want me to be mean and sad, just like you. Jenny's gonna teach me to boogie board.
Nigeli, that's not really possible.
Sarah enters the pizza shop. Nellie runs over to her.
Mommy, mommy, mommy.
Hi, Chula. Why aren't you at the beach? Did you get in the water with your sister like I asked you to?
Not yet.
You said you didn't want to.
Why not?
I'm on my period.
That was your excuse last week.
Sorry.
William brings a small pizza box to the counter and hands it to Sarah. She gives him the money for it. William is holding something behind his back.
Gracias, William.
Oye, mira, ¿y por qué ellas no saben de Johnny?
¿Qué? Johnny who?
¿Cómo que Johnny who? You know Johnny who.
William reveals what he's holding behind his back. It's a picture frame with an old photo of William and Johnny in their 30s. Johnny is holding a little boy in the photo. Sarah takes the picture frame, and the daughters try to get a closer look.
I kept this in my office in the back, mira.
I haven't seen this picture in years. You two look...
Younger.
Mommy, let me see.
Isn't that Abuelo? Papi showed me that picture of him once.
Nigeli, is this your Johnny?
Yeah. He told me he's gonna teach me to ride the big waves tomorrow.
He told you he was going to teach you how to ride your boogie board? You met this man in person?
Yeah?
You see him too?
No, she was busy reading her magazine. Only I saw him.
Are you sure?
Yes!
Are you sure you're sure?
Mommy!
Okay. Wow.
What's wrong, Mommy?
Nothing, it's just... This is your abuelo. Your father's father. You see the little boy he's holding? That's Papi. He doesn't like to talk about him very much, but he was such a sweet man. You know, your father and I were neighbors growing up, and I always had the biggest crush on him. But his father was a boogie boarder instructor, and your papi was his best student. So I started taking classes with Johnny just to impress him. I was awful at it, but your papi was always there to bring me back to shore.
Johnny was my best friend, the funniest guy I ever knew, and the sneakiest in school, too.
So can Johnny teach me like he did for you and Papi?
Sarah kneels so she's face to face with Nayeli. She holds her hand that still has the boogie board strap on.
The reason Papi doesn't talk about him very much is because he passed away the day we got married. It was supposed to be our happiest day, broke Papi's heart more than anything. Those two were inseparable.
Sierra puts her hand on Nayeli's shoulder.
No, that's not true. If he died, then how come I saw him, met him? He gave us these ices.
Because you got his spirit in you, Chula. He wanted you to know he's going to protect you, doesn't matter where we are. There's something very special, Nayeli.
Sarah hands Nayeli the picture frame. Nayeli stares at it for a while.
Can we go see him?
Of course, baby.
Scene 6. Luquillo Cemetery. Nayeli, Sierra, and Sarah walk up to a headstone that reads Jonathan Melendez, 1943 to 1996. Son, brother, father, friend. Sierra and Sarah stand back, but Nayeli walks up close to it. The boogie board is no longer strapped onto her wrist, but she still has her icy in her hand. She asks Sierra if she can have her icy too, and Sierra gives it to her. Nayeli sits down on the ground and places one of the ices in front of the headstone. Keeps the other one for herself. Lights fade. The end.
I Love You by James McCallum. Setting, the bedroom of an LA apartment in 1960s America. Scene 1. Brian is seen laying down on his side in his bed. His head is on the pillow and his eyes are open wide. Lucille is sitting in a chair at the foot of the bed reading a book. Suddenly, Brian sits up.
Lucy? Lucy, come here. We need to talk.
I'm right here, baby. I'm right here next to you. What is it?
I cheated, Lucy. I cheated on you with another woman.
I know, Brian. I forgive you. Go back to sleep.
I'm a loser. Lucy, I'm a weakling, a fool of a man. I never wanted to hurt you, never. But I did, and I'm so sorry.
It's
Lucy.
fine, Brian. I've already forgave you. Now go to sleep.
All right. I love you, Lucy.
I love you too.
Brian lays back down on the pillow. Lucille turns a few pages of her book. Brian jolts up.
Lucy? Lucy, sweetie, where are you?
I'm right here, Brian. What's wrong?
I cheated, Lucy. I cheated on you with another woman. I'm so sorry.
That was a long time ago, honey, and I've already forgiven you.
You have? And you still love me?
Of course I love you.
But I'm a loser, Lucy. A weakling, a fool of a man is what I am.
It's all right, honey bear. I forgive you. Now I'm going to give you a kiss goodnight, and you're going to go to sleep, all right?
Lucy gets up out of her chair and kisses Brian on the forehead. She then gets him under the covers comfortably.
I love you, Lucy.
Oh, I love you too.
Lucy goes to sit back down in her chair. She sits and reads her book for a few more seconds.
Lucy, please talk to me. Lucy, I need to tell you something.
I already know, Brian. Now, please, just try to go to sleep.
You know? She told you. Of course she did. I should have known. You and your sister have always been so close. The truth was bound to come out sooner or later, but you know I never meant to hurt you. You know I love you, right?
Please go to sleep, Brian.
Please, just tell me that you still love me. I can't live if you don't love me. Lucy, please.
Of course, Brian. Of course, I will always love you.
Thank you. Lucy, I love you.
Okay, now try to get some rest. Yes?
Lucy? Lucy,
Brian,
where is your sister, Evangeline?
she's gone, Brian. She died.
What? No. No, I just saw her. We just. How did she die?
Brian, please, dear, don't worry about that now. Now, you have to get some sleep.
I told her I loved her.
What, honey? What did you just say?
I loved her. I was going to marry her. And now we'll never be together.
Lucille tries her best to hold back her own tears as she rubs Brian's head.
Shh, it's okay. It's okay, Brian. I know that she loved you very, very much. And I know how badly you miss her. I miss her too, you know.
She was the love of my life.
Brian, please, please don't say that.
She was. I loved her so much. And now she's gone.
Okay, honey. Okay, now. Why don't you try to get some sleep? It might help you feel better.
Okay. Okay, I'll sleep.
Okay. Good night, honey. I love you. I love you. Did you hear me, darling? I said I love you. Did you hear me? Okay. See, I knew you were tired. You must already be asleep. I'll just leave you be then.
Lucille turns off the lamp next to Brian's bed. The stage goes black. Footsteps can be heard as Lucille walks away from the bed. She stops walking when Brian speaks.
Lucy, please.
Shut up.
Where are you?
Shut
I have
up.
to talk to you, Lucy.
Shut up.
Please.
Shut up.
I love you. I love you, Lucy.
Shut up.
Suddenly, 5 gunshots can be heard in succession. Lights quickly flash to show that Lucille has picked up a gun and fired at Brian. There is quiet on the stage. Lucille sits in complete darkness. Her heavy breathing and whimpering are all that can be heard, until a 6th and final shot fires, the light illuminating Lucille as she falls to the floor. The end. Hazy by Lillian Perez. Scene 1. A party in a frat house. Blue and red lighting illuminates various bodies as they dance gleefully. A single light shines on Sammy, who is center stage, a red solo cup in hand. She happily bobs her head to the music, tipsy and content. A clearly drunk Matt stumbles into her, causing her to spill her drink.
Hey, dude, watch it.
Oh shit, I'm sorry. I can
It's
get
fine,
you another
it's
drink
fine.
or
Just be careful, all right? What are you staring at me for?
Anyone ever told you your eyes are like the ocean?
No, totally never heard that one before.
Dang, guess I gotta up my originality.
No, I mean like I've literally never heard that one before, considering my eyes are brown.
Oh shit! Man, I could have sworn they were blue.
Better luck next time, I guess.
Either way, they're very beautiful eyes.
And you are very drunk.
You're not?
You know, I'm not necessarily sober, I guess. Oh, okay. I never asked your name.
Does it matter?
Guess not.
The people dancing around the two's movements begin to slow, as if they are dancing in slow motion.
Sorry, I just kind of want to kiss you right now.
Do it then.
They press their lips together. The party music begins to distort, and the light that is illuminating the partygoers dims until only Sammy and Matt are visible clearly and the rest are silhouettes. The light on the two begin to dim as well, and a heartbeat is heard. Louder, louder, faster. The sea of people engulfs Sammy and Matt until you can no longer see them. The music and heartbeat is almost overwhelming.
Okay, wait, stop.
The dancing bodies begin to speed up.
Hey, please stop. I don't want to.
The blue and red lighting comes back and the dancers are moving frantically now.
That hurts. No, stop. Stop. Stop.
The dancers pause. The music stops abruptly. Everyone runs off stage, leaving only Sammy center stage. She is sitting on the floor, her knees to her chest. Her breathing is frantic and panicked. She sobs. Jalissa runs on stage, seeing Sammy on the floor.
Sammy, Jesus, I was looking all over for you. Sam, what happened?
Can you take me home, please?
Lights out. Scene 2. 2 years later. The living room of Sammy and Jalissa's small apartment, decorated minimalistically and is fairly tidy, but clearly lived in. Sammy sits on the couch center stage watching the television. Jalissa walks on stage, humming happily.
Hello.
Hey.
Jalissa has a seat beside Sammy.
You look happier than usual.
I'm just really, really happy.
Okay. Did your Amazon package come in or something?
Unfortunately, no, not yet.
She flops her head down on Sammy's lap.
It's just Matt. Oh, God, he's so amazing. He literally texted me the cutest paragraph last night. He told me he loved me.
Through text?
Yeah. Wait, is that like bad?
Nah. No.
Okay, good. Sammy, I've been waiting for so long for this. And now it's actually happening.
Okay, and when exactly am I gonna meet this dude? Okay, because haven't y'all been dating for like a month now?
2 weeks.
Jeez, God, like 2 weeks.
And actually, speaking of you meeting him, I've kind of been meaning to ask you something.
Okay, what's up?
Well, I was wondering, and it's totally cool if you say no, but I was wondering if maybe he could come and stay with us for winter break. And like, I get it if you don't want a random guy coming to stay with us, and that is like super, super fine. I mean, I'd be cautious too, but like, I know what it's like for you meeting new guys and all, and like,
Jalissa!
What?
It's fine. It's cool. Like, I don't have a problem with him staying with us.
Wait, really?
Of course. If he makes you this happy, he must be a great guy. He's more than welcome to spend winter break with us.
You're the best. Oh my God. I have to clean. I have to like get everything ready. Ugh, I have to dust.
Since when do you dust?
Since now.
Lights out. Scene 3. A few days later, Sammy lays on the couch, holding a pad of paper in her hands. Jalissa is nervously pacing behind her.
All right, read the list back to me one more time.
Clean bathroom.
Check.
Okay, bed is made.
Check.
Fridge restocked.
Check.
Flowers in the vase. Why do we need that one again?
To seem welcoming. Flowers are welcoming, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So what's next on the list? Oh my God. That must be him. Oh my God. How do I look?
You look fine.
Fine?
Gorgeous, Jalissa. You look gorgeous.
Jalissa walks off stage.
Baby, hi. Here. Let me help you with your bag. Sammy, meet Matt.
Everything freezes. The same blue and red lights from the party illuminate the stage. A drone is heard. Sammy's chest heaves as her breathing starts to quicken.
You good?
The lights quickly shifts back to normal and the droning abruptly stops.
What?
Are you okay?
Yeah. I'm okay.
Well, it's nice to meet you.
He raises his hand to shake hers. She lifts a shaky hand and places it in his.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna go lay down.
Sammy rushes off stage.
I think she likes me.
I'm sorry. She's literally never like this.
All good. Is she sick?
I don't know. I'm gonna go check on her.
Hey,
Yeah?
I'm really happy we're spending this break together.
I am too.
Like, really happy. I've never met anyone like you, Jalissa.
Shut up before I start sobbing.
I love you.
I love you more.
She squeezes his hand and briskly walks off stage. Lights out. Scene 4. The next night, Matt stands by the couch leaning on it. He is on the phone with one of his friends.
I wish I could go, dude, but you know I'm staying with Jalissa this break. Yeah, it's chill, I guess. I'm getting some play at least. Her roommate's weird as fuck, though, not gonna lie. I don't know. She just doesn't like me for whatever reason. Total bitch, dude. And like, most females are kind of bitchy, but this one is unbelievable. Yeah, man. So, what are y'all doing at the party? Vanessa's gonna be there? Hell yeah. Whatever, who knows? Maybe I'll sneak out and join you. I'm just joking, dickhead. Gotta be a good boyfriend or whatever. You're just mad I could get cuffed before the holidays and you couldn't. Yeah? Okay. Talk to you later, bro.
Hey, babe.
Oh, there you are. How was your shower?
Fine. Wish you could have joined me.
Oh, I was just talking to Josh. Stupid guy stuff, you know.
How is he?
He's good. Him and the boys were planning on going to this holiday party tonight.
Oh? You're not gonna go?
I miss hanging out with my girl? No way.
You sure?
Of course. Plus, I don't really like partying much anymore. I feel like most of the guys who go to them are kind of rowdy and immature. Not really my scene.
Okay. Are you enjoying yourself here?
Huh?
Do you like it here? Like, are you having a good time?
Of course I am, babe. Why?
Just wondering, I guess.
He plants a kiss on her lips.
Wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
Even though Sammy's here?
What? Sammy? What about her?
I don't know, Matt. I feel like maybe you don't like her all that much, or...
Well, to be totally honest, she hasn't been the most welcoming.
She's not feeling well.
Yeah. I guess I just feel like I'm intruding. I mean, it's pretty obvious the chick doesn't want me here.
Of course. She wants you here. She's just sick.
Okay, and if she's sick, don't you think maybe I should...
Babe, I promise you, she doesn't hate you. You just met her at a bad time, okay? When she gets better, she'll be back to the old Sam.
I just don't want to come between you two.
I promise you're not. We both want you here.
If you say so.
I do say so. And you know I'm always right.
He kisses her on the forehead. Sammy enters.
I was just getting some water.
Hey, Sam. How about you join us? We're just about to watch a movie.
I'm okay.
Please?
Okay.
Sammy makes her way to the couch, squeezing in beside Jalissa.
Oh my God. You know what we need for this? A blanket. I'll go grab one from my room.
Oh, just I can go get it.
You just sit your sick ass down and relax. I got you.
You feeling any better?
No.
Is it like a cold or...
I don't know. Jalissa, you need help in there?
No, I'm good. Just looking for my white fuzzy one.
Under the bed. Do you not recognize me?
What?
Do you know who I am?
Jalissa's best friend?
No! Yes, but like... Don't you... Do you...
Sammy! So, still think she wants me here?
I just don't understand why she's acting like this. I really don't get it.
Did she have, like, history with one of my buddies or something?
No. Sammy hasn't really had history with anyone since, like, 9th grade or something.
Babe, maybe she just doesn't like me. Like, I feel like that's the most obvious option here. Look, let's skip the movie. And how about you come join me in bed,
You go. I'll be there in a sec.
Matt kisses her forehead, then her cheek, then her neck. He walks off stage. Lights out. Scene 5. The next morning, Jalissa is on the couch drinking from a coffee mug and scrolling through her phone. Sammy enters and goes to the kitchen.
There's still some coffee in the pot if you want any.
Thanks.
Sammy pours herself a cup of coffee and sits down next to Jalissa.
Is Matt still sleeping?
No. He actually went to go get his bagels. Isn't that sweet of him?
Yeah.
You're not actually sick, are you?
What do you mean?
I don't know. You've just been acting weird and
Jalissa, I told you I'm not feeling well.
I know you told me that, but can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How do you feel about Matt?
How do I feel about him?
Like, do you like him is what I'm asking.
Sure, I guess.
You guess?
I don't really know what you want me to say.
I want you to say something. This whole week you've been acting off. And if you don't like him, you can just tell me. Honestly, I don't mind. Just tell me. Tell me something. Anything is better than whatever it is you're doing.
It's not that.
All right. Then what is it?
Sammy gets up and goes to put her mug in the sink. Jalissa places her mug on the floor.
Stop ignoring me.
I'm just not feeling well.
Bullshit. That's bullshit and you know it.
No, it's not. Jesus.
I know you, Sam. Then there's something wrong because this isn't you. Why can't you just be happy for me? Are you jealous?
What?
Is it jealousy? Is that what this is? Do you like him or something?
Oh, fuck!
Because we can talk about it. We can talk about it if that's what it is.
It's not what it is. Jesus fucking hell, that's not what it is. Can't you ever just think about anyone else for once in your fucking life?
I don't understand you.
No, you don't.
The sound of the front door opening is heard. Matt walks on stage with a bag of bagels.
Everything okay?
Get back in the car. We're leaving.
What do you mean?
Go in the car.
Oh, okay.
What are you doing?
You heard me. I'm leaving.
Leaving where?
Leaving! I don't know, to Matt's place. Maybe I'm sick of feeling uncomfortable in my own home.
Jalissa, wait.
What? Hey. Hey. What on earth is going on, Sam?
Please don't leave me.
Okay. It's okay. I'm not leaving.
She leads Sammy to the couch and sits her down.
You remember that frat party freshman year? You found me crying in the bedroom, and I wouldn't tell you what happened.
Yeah.
I was taken advantage of.
You mean?
Yeah. And at first I couldn't remember who did it. The adrenaline, the alcohol. the dark room. Maybe I blocked his face out of my memory, but when I saw him, I knew right away.
What?
It was Matt. He was the one.
Sammy, are you sure it was him? Why didn't you tell me?
You were happy.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
They both cry in each other's arms. After a while, Jalissa pulls away.
I'm gonna kill him.
The front door is heard again.
Babe, I can't leave the car running that long. The fuck happened now?
Get out of my house.
What?
I said, get the fuck out of my house!
Jalissa runs off stage towards the bedrooms. Clothes are seen flying across the stage. She then throws Matt's bag.
Jalissa, you're acting crazy!
Jalissa takes her coffee mug that was placed on the ground. She hurls the coffee mug at Matt. It misses him and crashes on the wall.
What the fuck? What'd that bitch tell you?
Jalissa rushes to Matt, grabbing a broken shard from the coffee mug and holds it up to his neck.
Call my best friend a bitch one more time.
Matt stumbles off stage. Jalissa gathers up all his clothes and throws them off stage as well as his bag.
He's never gonna touch you again. I hope he never touches anyone ever again.
Thank you.
I feel so disgusting.
Why?
I brought a man into our apartment that hurt you.
You didn't know.
You didn't? That's the worst part about it. If you would just silently go through all this pain, I was.
It was my fault for not telling you.
None of this, and I mean none of this, is your fault. There's nothing you can't tell me. And I'm sorry for reacting the way that I did. I was such a bitch to you.
Don't be sorry.
Yeah.
Jalissa, you just didn't know.
Not an excuse. I feel so dirty. I feel so. I don't.
Okay. Let's forget it.
How am I supposed to forget this?
In time, this feeling, whatever this feeling is, it'll go away. It always does.
But what about for now?
I don't know, for now. For now, we have each other.
Jalissa embraces Sammy. They hold each other as if the other could fade away at any moment. The lights dim until only one light shines on the two. Lights out. End of play. The Rest of Our Lives by Bellew. Scene 1. Lena sits at a small square table in a tight red dress. The table is lit by a singular candle, and the seat across from her is empty. The bustling sounds of a crowded restaurant can be heard. Thomas appears from off stage in an expensive-looking suit and approaches the table with 2 drinks in hand. The music quiets as he sits down.
That bar was ridiculous. 20 minutes for 2 drinks. This is for you.
Thomas passes a fancy-looking drink to Lena across the table.
And what is this?
Does it matter?
Lena takes a small sip.
Why is it pink?
Does it matter?
Lena takes another sip.
Oh, wait. Cheers to a new adventure.
Cheers.
Lena raises her glass to tap his after a moment of hesitation. They both drink.
I know it's not easy to buy in. I know that. It's not easy to buy into this whole older man situation. But you'll be happy eventually with me. I can make you happy. You'll feel safe with me.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
You won't even have to think about those pesky medical bills anymore. I got them. Aren't you glad your mother was lucky enough to have me as her doctor?
Without waiting for a response, Thomas looks around the restaurant, absorbed in his own thoughts.
Where is that waitress? Jesus! Doesn't she have any sense of who needs to be served? Who's important?
Thomas beckons for some unseen waitress. Then he returns to Lena and puts his hand on top of hers.
God, and aren't I lucky to have you?
The loud sounds of the restaurant fill the stage once again. Lights dim. Thomas and Lena both rise from their chairs with their drinks in hand. They both exit the stage on opposite sides briefly while the restaurant noise still plays. When they re-enter, Thomas is wearing a different suit and is tying a new tie. Lena has a new dress on, but it is unzipped. She gestures for Thomas to zip it, but he shakes his head and points to the direction off stage. Lena rolls her eyes. Lena exits the stage as Thomas continues tying the tie. She comes back a moment later in a different dress with 2 glasses of wine in her hands and stands in front of Thomas with her back to his front. He zips her dress, then they both resume their spots at the same table. Fade to black. Scene 2. It's 2 months later, and Thomas and Lena sit in the restaurant in these new fancy outfits. The 2 glasses of wine sit in front of them. The bustling sound of the restaurant plays for a moment while the couple sits there silently drinking until it dies out.
It's always so busy here. Why do we come here again?
I like it here.
Thomas places his hand on Lena's leg under the table.
Our arrangement. You like it, dear?
Listen, Thomas.
No. Listen, Lena. I know you don't need the money as much anymore. I know it's not absolutely necessary, but don't you think you owe it to me? I've helped you out a lot these past 2 months. I've treated you well. Think of all that I've given you.
Lena grabs both of Thomas's hands across the table and is shaking her head. She picks up both glasses of wine on the table and gives one to him, encouraging him to drink.
Thomas, be quiet, please. Nothing, never mind.
No, tell me. Whatever you want. I can fix anything about myself.
You've given me a lot. Thank you for that. Really. You've helped my family so much, and these 2 months have been lovely.
Thomas slams down his glass of wine.
It's just sometimes you treat me like a child. Maybe we can keep doing what we're doing, but not like this. I don't think I can continue like this. Okay.
When do I not? Anything. Anything for you, Lena. We're turning over a new leaf, me and you. It's going to be good. Just you wait and see. Just give me 2 months. No, 1 month. Just give me 1 month and we can see how you feel then. I swear, we'll be good for one another.
Okay, Thomas. Fine. 1 month. But in 1 month, if I feel the same, or if you don't treat me like a real person, a real adult, don't fight me on it. Okay, don't fight me on ending things. Just don't.
I don't treat you like... That's fair. Very fair. I'll let you be if you continue to feel this way. Now let's drink. To us. And a fresh start.
Thomas and Lena raise their glasses and clink. The noise of the restaurant returns. Lights dim. They both stand and exit the stage on opposite sides, just as last time, with their glasses in hand. Moments later, Thomas re-enters, focused on tying another new tie. He pauses in front of the table, then retreats off stage and returns with 2 glasses and a bottle of champagne. Lena then comes on stage in a new dress, stopping a few feet in front of Thomas, causing him to look up. She gestures to her outfit. Thomas nods in approval, and they sit down at the table. Fade to black. Scene 3. Fade up. 1 month later. We've seen this before. Same restaurant, same table. Same restaurant sounds can be heard. Lena and Thomas wear these new clothes. The bottle of champagne is on the table, and a glass in front of both Lena and Thomas. The stage goes quiet.
So, 1 month later. Time to have our conversation, I suppose.
Yes, it is.
It's been good, hasn't it? We've had a really good month together, no? You know I love you, dear. I don't want to lose you. especially since we've had this great month together, because really, it's been great, hasn't it?
Lena gestures to the champagne bottle.
A little presumptuous, isn't it? I have something to tell you, actually. I was late. 3 weeks late. So I took a test to, see if I was pregnant. And it was positive. So I guess we're going to be parents.
Oh. Wow. Okay. You're staying then. We're going to be parents. Oh my God. This is crazy. Wow. Just wow. This is the best day of my life. Not only am I with my Lena, but I will be for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah. For a long time.
Wow. Let's pop this. A little champagne won't hurt anybody. Maybe a sip or two. The last few sips for a while. Am I right?
Thomas stands with the bottle of champagne, preparing to pop it.
I'm going to be a dad. My Lena and I are going to be parents.
He pours the champagne into the glass on the table, with considerably more in his than in Lena's. He sits back down in his chair and raises his glass. Lena matches his actions.
For the next 9 months, to the next 18 years, and to the rest of our lives.
Yeah. Yes. To the rest of our lives.
Both take a sip. Thomas looks around the restaurant and gestures with his hands maniacally.
Now, where is that damn waitress? Every damn time we're here. Jesus Christ. Can't she see that we're celebrating? Can't she just come take our order?
Lena sits there silently, staring out at a point past Thomas's head. Restaurant sounds fill the stage once again, this time louder than ever before. Fade to black.
Apartment 3A by Zoe Beede. Scene 1. Setting. In inner city Harlem, an old yet charming apartment building stands tall among other worn-out buildings. The hot summer heat is beating down on people walking down the street. Reggaeton and R&B are blasting from cars that pass by, and a middle-aged woman is standing at the corner selling ices. The savory smell of burgers on a charcoal grill can be smelled from a mile away. A wide array of different languages and dialects can fill your ears. Spanish, patois, and a little bit of slang, just to name a few. At Rise, on the third floor of the building, two teenage girls stand in the hallway but not acknowledging one another just yet. Isabel stands outside her apartment door looking angry and frustrated. She is running her hands through her hair, mumbling curses under her breath. Janelle, however, is entering from outside, waving goodbye to a friend. She's listening to music, singing along to the song she's listening to.
Don't you know you better watch out? That thing. Isa, you see that moving truck outside?
Yeah, I saw it earlier. What about it?
Well, I thought you'd know what was going on.
Well, clearly somebody is moving in. And right after Moy moved out. Just, it feels different without her, you know?
Yeah. Feels like we were all riding on bikes in Riverside Park just the other day.
Am I here? Wow. Last summer.
What?
God, that was last summer. We were riding our bikes in Riverside Park last summer. That's why it feels like the other day. Because now she's gone. After 13 years of all of us living in this building, she's gone. I bet she's almost in Detroit by now. We used to run down these halls and run down the stairs for some frio. Like after all this time, I never thought that she would move away. Like who knew that a whole person's life, their childhood, their first time making a new friend, like who knew that all of those memories just fit into some moving truck? It's just crazy. It's just crazy now.
Hey, Moy may not be here, but we still have each other, though.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Okay, we got each other.
The loud, familiar rumble of a moving truck causes the girl to get up and look out the window. Janelle squints her eyes, trying to see what's going on.
Who's that?
What do you think? Somebody's moving in.
Janelle stares at the unknown person.
Wait, is that a he or a she?
That's definitely a guy. I told you that you need to get some damn glasses.
Oh, shut up. A new boy is moving in.
Ugh, I guess so.
You know, maybe he'll be pretty cool. Maybe he'll be just like a Moy. Maybe he'll be different. Aside from him being new and all.
Yeah. Let's hope.
Scene 2. The lights dim to transition to a Moy's old apartment, Aaron's new apartment, apartment 3A. A few days had passed in Isabel and Janelle's conversation. Janelle and Isabel are now standing in front of Aaron's apartment, debating on knocking on his door.
All right, so which one of us is knocking?
Let me think. You! It was your idea in the first place.
Well, excuse me for wanting to be nice.
Well, excuse me for not wanting to knock. Like, you know, I don't like talking to new people.
Isa, please.
No.
Isa.
No.
Isa.
Que dije que no, joder.
Isa. 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 Isa.
Oh my gosh, fine. Fine. I'll knock on the door. But the next time you have an idea, you will carry it out yourself. Do you feel me?
Isabel knocks on the door and waits for an answer. After waiting for a minute, a boy about the same age as the girls answers the door.
Hey, can I help you guys?
Isabel looks Aaron up and down. She sizes him up, one hand on her hip.
Okay, you're the one that's new here. Why would we need your help?
Nah. We just wanted to say hi. I'm Janelle, and this is my friend Isabel.
Yo.
We just wanted to get to know the new kid.
Oh, well, I'm Aaron. I'm guessing you guys want to come inside?
Why would we want to come inside when we don't even know you?
Sure.
Aaron walks inside the apartment, the girls walking in right after. Eventually, the group of teens settles down in the living room.
So, how long have you guys lived here?
Whole lives.
Seriously?
Yep. And as far as I'm concerned, I plan on living here till the day I die.
Wow. I couldn't live in this neighborhood my whole life. No offense.
None taken.
Hold up. What was your old neighborhood like?
Different from this. But hey, at least it's pretty cheap to live over here. Plus, the place is way better than it used to be.
I'm sorry, what?
If you lived here all your life, you should know better than anyone that this neighborhood isn't perfect. I know you've seen all the articles about this neighborhood. You probably lived through it. It wasn't clean. There is barely anything for kids to do.
Look, I know it wasn't perfect, but it's still my home. Hell, if I'm being honest, people like you are the people that changed the neighborhood.
What do you mean, people like me?
People who act like a neighborhood can't be someone's home if it doesn't meet your standard.
I doubt this neighborhood met anyone's standards. Things are 10 times better than it used to be. It's safer. There are more things to do. You guys don't have to sit around all day in your apartments. Now there are affordable things for teenagers to do.
If your parents have the money to pay for those nice things that we can supposedly do.
Hey, Janelle, maybe we should go, okay? Because speaking of things to do, there's plenty to do at my apartment.
Well, you can get a job at one of those new businesses that opened up on your block, thanks to people like me.
Well, what if I don't have time? I have a baby brother that I have to take care of while my mom is at work. Even then, what will happen to the businesses that were here before?
They'll go out of business eventually. Look, things change all the time, whether you like it or not. Maybe this neighborhood is changing for the better. This place just hasn't reached its full potential and maybe requires a few people to move out for that to happen. Some businesses have to make way for new businesses. That's the way things are. As the neighborhood changes, so do the people. There are plenty of other places to live in. I've moved plenty of times. Yeah, things may be different, but maybe if you just become a little more open-minded to change, you may like the new change.
What if that change takes away people you care about?
Well, I guess they had to make that sacrifice for the better of the neighborhood.
How can you even say that? From your point of view, things can be going perfectly. But while you are sitting in this nice apartment, people are struggling to stay in their homes. People aren't being directly forced out, but the rent will eventually. And this very apartment used to be our friend's home. And while she was here, she was struggling to stay in this building. Even when her dad had 2 jobs, her family still struggled. All because of people who don't care about the people who built the community before they even thought of looking at our neighborhood. And do you know what's funny? The funny thing is that when the rent gets too high for you and all the older people have moved to a community that is far worse than this, after you turned up your noses and would not even think about moving there, the cycle will continue and more people will move in and turn the neighborhood around until the same thing happens again and again and again.
Well, change is a part of life. If you can't handle change, that's too bad. Because guess what, Janelle? Life is always going to change. And maybe, just maybe, that change won't be exactly what you want.
Janelle is face to face with Aaron. As a result, Isabel gets up and stands between Aaron and Janelle. They exchange glares at one another. Isabel puts an arm between them. She pulls Janelle aside to try and defuse the situation.
Janelle, fall back. Okay, he is entitled to his own opinions. If that's what he believes, so be it, okay? Let's just go. We can go back to my apartment, eat empanadas, and watch movies or something, okay?
Yeah, I think it's about time that you leave.
Janelle and Isabel walk out of the room, slamming the door behind them. As the two girls walk away from the apartment, they begin to talk about what movie they were going to watch and how much food they were going to eat as they exit stage left, the lights dimming as they walk off. Scene 3. The girls are sitting in Isabel's living room eating empanadas and watching a movie. The sound of the TV can be heard in the background. As the movie plays in the background, the girls begin to discuss the previous argument with Aaron.
Man, I swear I could have punched him right there.
I told you that meeting him was a bad idea.
Isabel's younger sister, Maria, walks into the living room and sits next to Isabel.
Hey guys, what are you talking about?
Métete en tus asuntos, Maria.
Oh, come on, tell me.
Some new boy just got on Janelle's nerves. His name was Aaron.
Oh, him? I was talking to him earlier. He was really cute. And he was so nice to me, unlike some people. He even asked me to visit him sometimes. I'm pretty sure you were wilding out. Not him. Besides, you're always yelling.
1, I wasn't the one yelling. 2, you are not going to his house. And 3, how long were you listening to our conversation, little girl?
Long enough for you to know that you guys are watching a rated R movie without mommy's permission?
That little subway rat had the nerve to say, the neighborhood is changing for the better.
Well, I know one thing that's gotten better. A new deli just opened up it's close by. It's all nice and clean. It doesn't smell in there either. Now I could get my bacon and cheese on the way to school. I went down there today, and I had the best chopped cheese I've ever had in my life. They even sell desserts.
Of course, your fat ass is thinking about food.
Excuse you. I'm not fat. I'm just curvy. I'm just trying to play devil's advocate.
What do you know about devil's advocate? And you are nowhere near curvy. You're built like a boy.
Look, all I know is that it's good to look at the opposite person's point of view. New kid is in town, a new place, and he doesn't know what to say or what not to say. He just needs to adapt to his new environment. Besides, we don't know him or his life.
Girl, you don't know him either. Like, yet here you are calling his ugly ass cute. Like you wouldn't know cute if you looked it in the mirror and saw it.
Ease up on her. She just had a crush. Look, Maria, I love you, but no matter where you're from, you should know basic human decency.
Look, maybe he's just opinionated.
Yeah, right. He's still a little subway rat. Now, I should have smacked him when I had the chance.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I thought you were a pacifist. You were the one who wanted to make new friends and to give people a chance.
No, I should have smacked him.
Hold up. Janelle, didn't you say the same thing about that little boyfriend of yours at first? How you hated him?
I'm sorry. What did you just say?
Maria, get out.
Then give me that empanada.
Didn't you just eat a plate of rice and beans?
I did, but I'm still hungry.
You're going to get bigger than you already are.
Isabel hands her little sister her empanada.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Vete. Fuera, ahora.
Maria leaves the room happily eating her empanada.
Oh, God. She's annoying as all mess, bro. But seriously, that's just the way he thinks. Like, if he thinks that, let him think that. Yeah, this happens pretty often. People will turn their noses when they first see something, but once they discover, it becomes a new trend. Like, it happened with the Toilet trend.
Mm-hmm. It happened with big lips, dreadlocks. Hell, even my dark skin became a trend. Yeah, I swear puka shells were used on African instruments before white girls put them on their necks. You know, the same white girls probably have mothers who swear that what's-her-name Kardashian created boxer braids and tell people speaking Creole to learn some English.
Oh, wait, don't forget my all-time favorite. I want some real Mexican food. Let's go to Chipotle. Like, this is to a lot of people. Now, it's not much of a stretch if some freaking random dude thinks our neighborhood is suddenly amazing after so long.
Well, when you think of it like that, it really isn't much of a stretch.
See? That's just the way things are. And with the way things are looking, it's probably gonna stay this way for a while. So sadly, we're just gonna have to just deal with it.
Yeah. Guess you're right.
Lights fade. End of play.
When You're Friends with That One Girl Crying at the Function by Tess Walsh. Setting, a brownstone stoop in an undisclosed, gentrified Brooklyn neighborhood in the summer of 2019. Lucy is sitting on the stoop sobbing. She is that one girl crying at the function. She takes out her phone from her pocket and taps it furiously. She raises the phone to her ear.
Hey, Talia? Can you hear me? Can you come outside like right now? The stoop. Just come outside. Please.
He hangs up.
Hey,
Hi.
you good?
The fuck does it look like?
Sorry.
Talia sits one step above from Lucy.
Did something happen?
No.
Well, something must have happened for you to be having like a meltdown right now.
Maybe people just make me sad.
Do you want me to leave?
No, stay. You make me look less lonely.
What about them makes you sad?
I'm not sure about the entire population yet, but the people inside, they have no idea how short life is. They still think they're destined to live forever, absolutely invincible, and maybe they're right, but I'm too empathetic, and I care too much about people who have probably never even thought of me. I put the weight of other people's lives on my shoulders while neglecting my own. Maybe that's why I'm so sad. Do you see yourself living a long life?
I try not to think about that, but I hope I do. Have a family, maybe move to Westchester and live my white soccer mom fantasy.
I don't think I ever have. Maybe I only exist to observe the life of others.
Talia puts her arm around Lucy's shoulder.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have gotten all existential on you.
No, it's okay. They're your feelings and they're valid. I just don't know how to help you. I've never felt like I was just watching. Haven't you ever felt a part of something?
No. Never have. Never will.
Lucy dramatically flops into herself, while Talia apprehensively pats her head on the back. Enter Olive.
You guys want drinks?
I'm good.
Yes.
Olive does a smooth pivot back into the house.
By the way, Why didn't you pull up to Roan's last week? Everyone was asking where you were.
Oh, I was being really indecisive that day. You know, on my Libra shit. Can never make up my mind. So I just didn't go. Don't you follow my astrology meme page?
Oh, yeah. I guess I should have assumed.
Olive re-enters holding 2 red solo cups and hands one to Lucy.
Madame.
Thank you, sir.
Olive sits between Talia and Lucy on the step above. Olive takes a sip of their drink as Lucy begins to chug hers. After about 10 seconds, she finishes and burps. She proceeds to throw the cup to the ground. The 3 of them stare at it for a bit.
I thought you actually cared about the environment.
She can live without my love tonight. It's healthy for couples to fight.
So, what have we missed?
Not much. Eli got kicked out for calling Liam the F-slur and stealing Mateo's bong. Then Mia made us watch her weird experimental solo piece she's using to audition for NYU Tisch. First party I've been to where I've had to use Liz Lerman's critical response process.
I always wonder, why couldn't we have gone to a normal high school with like a football team and some cheerleaders maybe?
I honestly would rather watch a bunch of freshmen take acid tabs in the bathroom at 7 a.m. than watch 20 boys chase a ball for 2 hours.
We really sound like the dumbest age group in the world.
I mean, yeah. But we have nothing else better to do. We can't get jobs because we're considered unqualified and immature. They'd rather us learn about the Pythagorean theorem and the Mayan Empire than genuinely valuable knowledge. So we might as well waste our time while we still can.
I don't have time to waste. I need to do things, but I have nothing to do. I'm useless.
You're not useless. Lots of people have achieved greatness, like Anne
Frank?
She was killed before she became known, like was fully sent to a concentration camp and died.
They all died before achieving greatness. Saints, witches, all persecuted, never grew up because they knew too much.
There are more now, though, like that Greta girl. She doesn't even go to school because she's like saving the world.
Because she became clinically depressed due to our planet dying. She's doing what most people wouldn't dare to do and continues to be treated like a baby. She'll probably die for our planet since nobody else will.
Ouch.
It's true. When you're young, you either live in ignorance or die because you choose not to. Even if you post about the problems of white feminism on your Instagram story twice a day, you're still ignorant. You're not actually putting your life on the line because it compromises too many of your own needs. People actually care than they'd be in Botswana teaching girls how to make their own tampons right now.
Lucy takes a swig of Olive's drink.
Lucy, most girls in your place would be crying over their best friend hooking up with their ex. But right now, you're crying over... I don't even know at this point.
Yeah, facts. Why are you even crying?
I guess I'll tell you guys.
What is it?
Yeah, what's up?
The reason I didn't pull up to Roan's last week is...
Wait. You were invited to Roan's? I thought you guys got into a fight during AP Gov when I was out with Ano. Something about the Democratic debate.
Olive, that was mad long ago. But Ron's still upset that you don't think Bernie Sanders is the more progressive candidate.
Well, besides that, I did something that I shouldn't have done and never thought I'd do. I tried to kill myself.
You tried to kill yourself?
Yeah, I cut myself on my thigh, like how emo 11-year-olds do and then post a picture on Instagram to show how sad they are.
Like how Clementine did in middle school? When Max Trosa gave Alexis McLean a higher 2BH rating than her on his Snap story?
Oh my God, I forgot about that. Doesn't Clem go to that school in the village for mentally unstable kids now?
Can you two just listen for 1 second? Yes, I never thought I would do that. I thought it was so dumb and attention-seeking and deprecating, but I have been suffocating. I don't know how it started, but every day for the past few weeks, it has just been a mental struggle to breathe.
But your brain doesn't breathe.
Just listen. So I thought I could hurt myself physically instead. I thought it would maybe release something, and for a moment it did. In the first few seconds, I felt the nerves in my leg connect all the way to my brain and lift the weight that had been holding it down.
I don't think that's how nerves work.
Anyway, it was the most sublime feeling I had ever felt until I passed out and woke up in the hospital to find out I had nearly struck a femoral nerve. And
where even is that?
Okay, just shut up. I'm trying to share my trauma and you two don't even have the attention spans to listen.
I'm sorry. But if I'm being honest, I don't think I can believe you.
Yeah, Vax. I just don't know what to do with this information. Don't you have, like, a therapist to talk to about this?
I just thought maybe I could tell my friends about it, but I guess not. Whatever. I'm gonna go safe with Izzy. Have a good summer.
Lucy gets up and begins to walk away angrily and loudly, trying to draw attention to herself. As she steps off the stoop, a red streak of blood on her back thigh is revealed.
Did you get your period?
No, dumbass. It's my cut. Take a picture. It'll last longer.
Lucy exits. Talia and Olive sit for a few seconds.
She's lying. If she went to the emergency room for it, the cut would have been stitched up and shit. Ugh, I cannot believe her.
Yeah. It was probably paint or something. Ugh.
Why are we even still friends with her?
She's so fucking manipulative. The second I feel bad for her, she just lashes out at me.
It's actually kind of entertaining. Like how unstable she is.
It's kind of fucked up. As messed up as it is, I still want to help her somehow.
But why? All she does is fuck with people's emotions for attention.
I know, but she must have become this way somehow. I don't think anyone could just be born with such an unhealthy need for validation. I mean, do you think she was neglected as a child?
Definitely not. Her mom takes her to a holistic doctor in Williamsburg and an art therapist on the Upper West Side. And her dad bought her Rex Orange County tickets after she had a panic attack in school last week. So I don't think she has daddy issues.
Didn't she call Tyler Cunningham dad while making out with him last summer?
Okay, so maybe she has an Oedipus complex. Still, she's a fucked up individual and shouldn't be taking it out on the two people who are always there for her.
You're right. I'm tired of doing so much for her and getting nothing in return. Why am I wasting my time? I should just drop her and hope it doesn't evolve into some petty argument.
Yeah. And if anything, at least we have each other. I know you wouldn't lash out at me for telling the truth.
Lucy re-enters in a daze, holding one hand in a fist as if to hide something.
Yo, Izzy cut this new strand from her cousin in Cali that's mixed with organically grown shrooms harvested in Costa Rica. She swung me a joint of it, and this shit is hitting different. You guys want to smoke?
It's free weed.
And I promised you if we ever got the chance to do shrooms, that we do it together.
Because you're probably going to bug out and I'm going to have to get you an Uber home with my mom's credit card.
I would be more worried about her.
They look at Lucy and they all giggle. Olive and Talia get up. Olive quickly catches up to Lucy and ad-libs with her. Talia trails behind and stops to notice Lucy's red solo cup, sadly strewn on the ground. Talia picks it up, firmly grasping it, before yelling out to her friends.
Do you guys know if there's a recycling bin somewhere?
Having been ignored, she runs off stage in pursuit of marijuana and climate justice. Her friendship with Lucy is not a real one, but when you're a Brooklyn teenager without a fake ID, you take what you can get. The electronic music from the party blares as the lights go down. The end.
The Death of Daffodils by Hallie Stephenson. Scene 1. A worn cobblestone street in 1890s Picardy, France, canopied by dark, wet laundry drawing off in the breeze. Each of the twin doorways of dwellings accompanying the path seem grayscale, uniform, and overshadowed by bruise-like clouds. A finishing school sits at the other end, its chimneys spewing thick, black heat. The space seems to lose its warmth the further out it goes, though up the street there are dapples of bright and welcoming green. And right there in the middle up the road is a shining glass greenhouse, impressing a glow like haze upon the dim street like the sun.
The greenhouse itself is flush with plants of all shapes and sizes, some eager to burst out from the exhausted windows and moss-grown pipes. Cliques of poppies, lavenders, larkspurs, asters, and red poinsettias decorate the mishmash of pots outside, while an assortment of blue cactuses and freshly fed Venus flytraps perch by a bird feeder. Inside the greenhouse is such an unimaginable tangle of shrubs, mini trees, weeds, flowers, vines, decorated herbs, and overgrown crops that one could hardly breathe without toppling over a pitcher or two.
Enter Bluette, all corset and bonnet, desperately dragging a gigantic leather suitcase down the street to settle near a flower pouch outside the greenhouse. She is moaning, whining, and grumbling.
She is small, heaving at one side as a rabbit would carry a whale and getting nowhere. At one point, her hair has fluttered up around her face, so she blows at it, and it pops into her mouth. She tries to spit it out, but to no avail, sticking her finger in her mouth to try and pull it out, and then becoming visibly disturbed by the fact that she had just put her finger in her mouth. She utters an audible before wiping her finger on her dress, and then hooking her palm into the suitcase handle, using all of her might to tug at it, but only hurting it in the process.
Ow! 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 Oh! Oh. Thanks for this, Mother! This cannot get any clogging worse. Just as she utters the last word, her suitcase has had enough and bursts and explodes open. She throws her straw hat to the ground. She swings one of her skirts around her head, stomps on a corset, and claps two red silk evening carriage boots against each other.
Enter Maxence from inside the greenhouse, who has been startled by her uproar and had witnessed her breakdown.
You wagtail, whooper-up, good-for-nothing, foozler, flapdoodle, church bell, hornswoggler, hedge creeper, pigeon-livered bastard!
And hello to you, too.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I had no idea you were there. I wasn't talking to you, I promise. I was talking to my,
Your...
To my,
Your...
Oh, you know, my suitcase. Ugh, I'll admit I may or may not be sleep deprived. I've been sitting on a train with a drooling woman sleeping on my shoulder for the last 2 days, listening to the unending delusions of her brown, boogered child.
Ah, yes, the brown ones are lovely.
Oh, I happen to fancy the green ones myself. Bluette goes to pick up her hat. Maxence reaches it first, putting it on her head.
He notices that she has a line of dark yellow bruises up her neck and a faint circular handprint around her throat. Are you hurt?
Oh, no, I just put on a scarf a bit too tight, that's all. Your greenhouse is beautiful.
Thank you. It was my father's. He left it to me when he passed.
I'm sure it attracts plenty of wandering eyes.
Not quite. Just a pair of bright ones on a girl who has quite the trouble with suitcases.
Right?
Bold, yet unrevealing.
Oh, a poet.
A plant keeper.
Have you lived here long?
I was born here, and I plan to stay and die here among the leaves. Old and tired and ready in my bed.
I think I'd prefer dying saving someone else.
Ah, you seem the hero type.
Says the boy who keeps things alive as a living. I've never met someone who lives in a greenhouse before. Are they all this charming?
I'm surprised a St. Cloud girl like you would notice.
And how in the world do you know I'm a St. Cloud girl?
On your way to the finishing school up the street. Am I right? Lace crinolette, leather suitcase, velvet evening shoes.
He picks up one of her fallen books and reads it.
How to sit still for your husband for 30 minutes? Are you getting married?
Yes, and I need that book so I don't make a fool of myself. I have impressions to make. Give me that.
Impressions for the guy whose handprint is around your neck?
That's none of your business.
Bluette tries to snatch the book back, but Maxence playfully yanks it away. They push around each other, Bluette unable to reach the book while Maxence chuckles. They get rather close, and both of them come out of it with the book in Bluette's hand, hot in the face and breathing heavily. What's your name?
Bluette.
Maxence, nice to meet you.
He reaches out his hand, and she shakes it. Are you going to help me with my suitcase?
I thought you'd never ask.
Scene 2, evening. Maxence and Bluette are lying together on a mattress in the greenhouse.
Maxence is spraying a bowl of marigolds. He sprays Bluette with water. She retaliates, laughing, and they play fight. He pins her gently to the mattress, and they kiss. After the kiss breaks, Bluette snatches a potted plant from the floor and holds it in her lap.
What do you call this one?
The Water Hemlock, though innocent in name, is deadly poisonous. 1 drop mixed in a drink attacks the heart, invades the bloodstream, and proves fatal in under an hour. Once, in a fight to the death, a French king of the medieval age laced his sword with its juice and killed his lifelong adversary with a single scrape. That's why we put her over here.
Maxence takes the plant and places it in the corner, earning a laugh from Bluette. She kisses him and points to a faraway plant. What about that one?
The spotted knapweed is an invasive species that feeds on dryness and emptiness. The most tragic of its victims, the rare and delicate lost sunflower, was rumored to die when touched. Once the spotted knapweed had its grips on the land, it massacred all the lost sunflowers by covering up the sun. Still, the spotted knapweed lives on, destroying anything and everything at once.
Maxence stares at the spotted knapweed for a moment, a dark look on his face. Bluette notices this and turns his head to face her, kissing him again. She points to another plant. And her?
The bleeding heart is quite complicated to care for. It's fragile and breaks at the slightest touch and dies fast in the winter and withers easily. But when it blooms, it is the most beautiful of all. This kiss is the longest. They both have trouble opening their eyes afterwards. At the end of it, they stare at each other, unblinking and unafraid. All I want is you.
I have nothing to give you.
You don't have to give me anything. We could leave together, get out of this place.
But the greenhouse, it's everything to you.
Yes, it is.
What?
Nothing. Bluette's corset sleeve had fallen down her shoulder, revealing a set of purple bruises all the way down her back and arm. Maxence notices this. I can't do this.
Can't do what?
Does he hit you every day? Blue, I need to know everything he's done to you.
I thought we agreed we weren't talking about this here.
We have to talk about it. You can't keep it locked away forever. Just tell me what he's done.
It's nothing I can't deal with.
You shouldn't have to.
We're going to lose everything. He will take care of my mother and I, Max. My mother says that...
I don't care what your mother says. I'm not letting anyone set a hand on you ever again. He is 4 times our age.
I fell.
Blue, I'm not stupid. He's hurting you and you let him.
My dress was heavy.
You expect me to believe that a dress did that to you? Look at you.
It was an accident.
Listen, Blue. Please let me help you. We can figure it out together. I'll come with you. We can tell someone.
Please, Max, just don't do this. Just let this place be ours and don't bring the rest of the world into it. I have to do this, Max.
It's your choice.
It's not my choice. God, it might be hard for you to believe, but my mother expects this of me. A girl my age should be well married by now to someone who can take care of her. You wouldn't understand.
Are you saying I can't take care of you?
You know what I mean?
Listen, I'm not a rich man, but whatever I have is yours.
That's not enough. This is my burden to bear, and you can't carry it with me.
Why? Is it about money? Listen, I don't think I can live with the thought of him beating you every day.
You don't understand. I can't just sit alone in a damn greenhouse like you.
I'm not alone. I have my plants. And I have you.
What if you won't have me forever, Max? What if I can't stay here and pretend the world outside doesn't exist?
Only you can take yourself away from me. So please don't.
I can't abandon my mother.
Maxence takes her hand. All I have left is you. And I'm not ashamed to admit that.
My mother loves me.
I love you. Doesn't that mean anything?
Maxence interlaces their fingers and cups her head in his hand. But she cannot look him in the eye anymore.
Don't go to him. Stay here with me.
I have to.
She rushes from the greenhouse, the door slapping shut behind her. Scene 3, night. Bluette opens the door. Maxence is still in the same place that she left him. She appears tousled, her hair matted, dress torn. There are splatters of blood on her dress. What happened?
I didn't want him to hurt me. I didn't want him to break us apart. A dark silhouette of a man enters the room. An image of time past. He's old. Bluette faces him while Maxence disappears. Not a part of their scene.
Come here. You know we are to be married. Let me see you up close.
Bluette is timid. Uncomfortable. He grips the front of her dress by her chest and pulls her close to him by it. Then he lightly touches her chest and she shifts away, now visibly disturbed.
Why do you treat me this way? bend for me.
I'm sorry. He observes her and then touches her chin. She visibly leans away.
You know what happens when you refuse me, sweetheart. But it doesn't have to be this way. It's all in your hands.
He takes her hands and places them on his crotch. Bluette gulps and removes her hands. Tired. A moment of silence, then a slap. Bluette cradles her face, red on one cheek. She tries to hold back tears, but some fall anyway.
Your mother told me you slept well. No tricks. See what you made me do? Silly girl. Now I need a drink.
He pulls out a bottle of wine and a glass. He pours the wine into the glass and then gulps the entire fill down. He tongues his mouth, drool hanging off his lip.
You have an ugly leaf stuck in your hair. Been sneaking off to that greenhouse to whore around with that dirt rat, no doubt. Back to the present. The man goes dark and Maxence comes back to life. What did he do to you? Blue, whose blood is this?
He wouldn't leave me alone.
Back to the past.
Dirt rat?
Filth! Pure stinking filth! Filthy, slimy street dogs, better off dead in a ditch!
The man bursts out into laughter, slapping his knees. It seems he cannot stop laughing. The laughter is soon replaced with coughing, hacking sounds. Blood spurts out of his mouth and onto Bluette's dress. After a long moment, he is on the ground, collapsed, and reaching out to Bluette for help. She doesn't move. He sinks and sinks and sinks, choking. She stares at him.
Back to the present. The man goes dark and Maxence comes back to life. I'll kill him. I'll kill the bastard.
It's too late. I didn't mean to. I just wanted him to leave me alone, Max.
What did you use?
Water Hemlock. I'll say it was self-defense, but they won't believe me.
It was. Blue, you did the right thing.
Oh, I killed a man. I killed a man.
He would have hurt you. You had to.
Oh, they always believe them. They don't believe the girls.
They will.
They'll come for me.
No, I'll protect you. Everything is going to be okay. Blue, I promise.
But how can you promise?
I know.
But how do you know?
Maxence picks up the nearest potted plant.
No, Max, don't!
He slams it onto the ground. It shatters. Dirt and leaves flying everywhere. He stares at the remains, shocked at himself. A moment passes and his face changes.
Max, your plants. What have you done?
It doesn't matter.
How can it not matter? He then takes another pot, a mint plant, and throws it against the wall. Soil sprays onto the window. He looks at her, expectantly, panting. Maxence holds the spotted knapweed out to her.
Here.
Is that
the spotted knapweed? Take back your son.
At this, she looks at the plant, and then at him, and then back at the plant. Then she takes it from him. And with fury, she smashes the spotted knapweed onto the ground, the ceramic pieces of the pot splitting instantly.
Then comes a symphony of wreckage, a parade of ruins, as the two break more and more plants to pieces. Something about this breaks their pain apart.
They embrace, surrounded by the remains of the plants and puddles of dirty water. End of play.